Howdy my friends, and welcome back to more Let's Play Gran Turismo. This is Sky Hurricane 89, and in the last part we did the GT Hi-Fi, and we completely finished the simulation mode. It took us 237 days to do it, and we did have 1,000,000 credits, but we ended up buying an Impreza Rally Edition to show that off, because that is one of my favorite cars in this game. But now we're going to get into arcade mode, and in this I'm going to try to show off as many of the different cars as I can. Especially the cars that we didn't show off in through the simulation mode. Now, you can do this on several ways. In order to unlock all the cars, you have to do every track on easy. On normal, if you do every track on normal, I forgot what it unlocks, but it unlocks all the cars and something else. And on difficult, it unlocks all the cars and I think the GT Hi-Fi and also the ending movie. And oh, my nose is itching. Oh, Lord. So we're just going to go ahead and kind of skip to doing all these on difficult. We're not even going to do it on easy or normal. Now, this will be very, very hard, I have to say. As difficult suggests, it is indeed going to be difficult. And especially because there's a new car that you can't actually buy on simulation mode and you don't actually ever see. And it is this baby right here. And this, until you actually win the other cars, this probably is the best car that you can use besides maybe the Honda NSX Type S, which is the other one you can use. But this probably is even better than that. The handling isn't that great, but it's a lot better than what that meter indicates there. But if you pick a Chevrolet though, like if I picked a Camaro, I wouldn't see the Corvette 427. And it really sucks. I think they had this car in Gran Turismo 2, but they took it out of Gran Turismo 3 through 6. I don't know why. They had a Corvette 63, which was not near as powerful. But I don't know what all that is about. But we're not going to use the Corvette 67 on every race because that would just be too boring. So we got to make this interesting, you know. We will use a Honda NSX Type S though for high speed ring. Now how I'm going to do this is once you do high speed ring, you got to do each of the tracks on class A, B, and C. You notice the NSX I got was class A. Now, so we're going to do class. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do high speed ring 3 times, class A, B, and C, and then I'm going to go ahead and do the track that I will unlock by doing that. Before I do Trial Mountain, Grand Valley East Section, or Club Stage Route 5. The reason I'm going to do that is so that I can show off some of the cars that you can win, because otherwise you'd be unlocking them after you've got half of arcade mode completed. Alright, so let's do this. Arcade mode should go by pretty fast, but it is very, very difficult on difficult mode. If you got it on easy mode, it's no problem, unless you got the Corvette, and then it's going to be hard. So they didn't give us a Corvette. Kind of a shame. I wanted to put my skills to the test. They'll probably give me a Corvette when I choose a slow car. Like the Nissan 300 ZX or something. They'll give it to me then. This NSX is really pretty. I believe the NSX Type S0 is even better though, it's because it's lighter weight. But this car corners very well. Hence why it was so hard to beat on Normal Car Championship. Although we had the Type S0, I believe, not the Type S. Traverse. Yeah, they probably they'll keep up with me, but they probably will not be too threatening. Don't worry though, it will definitely be a lot more interesting. Using this NSX, the reason I did it is because this is such a high speed track, and if I ended up getting that Corvette, I wouldn't really have much of a chance to be able to catch up or keep up with it, you know. Yeah, see, they're definitely keeping up with me. They really, arcade mode's really fun, I have to say. Because every car is trying its hardest, you know, to keep up with you. And I don't really believe it's rubber band AI. I believe it's just every car's pushing itself to the limit. And they will really battle each other. They will battle you, and they will battle each other. Yeah, this car can be kind of dangerous. But we got it. Oh yes. Probably should have done the class. Well, we'll just do the class A first. That way I don't have to type my name in 300 times. The Chaser V, it held on to, or the Chaser 5, I don't know. That may be a Roman numeral. The Legacy 93 wagon, that definitely is a lot slower than the rest of these, but it kept up quite well. Alrighty, no need to watch the replay, unless there's something really interesting going on. But I hope to get all of this recorded today, and that way I can be done and move on to Gran Turismo 2. So, yep, see, we'll have a little red dot there for high speed ring showing that we did Class A with it. And so now we'll do our Class B. And let's just start with Nissan here. Let's use the 180SX on this. Use automatic. Get a high speed ring out of the way first. I could have done a different track. That's probably how I'll do this. It'll be divided into 4 parts. I'll probably do high speed ring and the track that we unlock, which I believe is Autumn Ring, all in this one part. And then we'll do Trial Mountain all in one part with the track that we unlock with it. We'll do that in one part, you know. So it should be 4 parts total. What it been? Integra GSXR. We never did show off the Honda Integra. So many cars we didn't show off that I would really like to. Heck, there's so much you could do in this game, you could easily make it 100 parts long, you know. And oh, I didn't mean to hit you there, I'm so sorry. I really didn't mean to. I kind of understeered though. This car's so easy to control. I really like the body styling of this too. It's kind of cool. The Nissan Seal 80 was a combination of like the S13 Silvia and this. Which is pretty, look at you trying to draft me. I'm not gonna let you draft me, even though you're gonna pass me anyway because you have more horsepower. And that FTO is definitely catching up because it is drafting the Super. But golly, FTO, my goodness. You messed me up. Golly, now they're all passing me. Once again, I rammed somebody into a wall there. I didn't mean to, I promise. This probably is one of your better Class B cars. Now, when we unlock Toyota, we'll probably have our best Class B car. Right now, our best Class B car is probably the Mitsubishi Eclipse. Until we unlock the Toyota one. Downshift, my goodness, I'm wanting you to get in 3rd gear. Wouldn't do it. Oh golly, is it gonna pass me? Oh, I just barely fast enough, my goodness. This little 180SX will get down, I tell you, it doesn't play. But the SVX, man, kicking it up a notch. The poor Integra and Cosmo, they never really got in action. I was lucky they didn't give me that Cosmo 20B because, oh man, it could pretty much the same car, but about 100 more horsepower, I believe. The poor little Honda Integra, or Acura Integra, more appropriately say. Alrighty, so time to do Class C. You know, this is going by pretty quickly. Of course, we hadn't got to the longer tracks yet. So, difficult, and what do we want to use? Let's use a Mazda. Let's use this one. This is another one that they didn't show in the simulation mode. For some reason, they didn't have this, and it's really weird. I may actually do this. I mean, I could just end the LP, but I might have like a little bonus episode where I show the demo, the 2 demos that I have. Because on one of the demos, it actually has the Mazda Lantis instead of the Mazda RS. This must be something they kind of added at the end. And this is definitely kind of underpowered. This is not the best Class C car to use. So it could be pretty challenging. But I think we can do it. We'll definitely have to use our best skill, though. Version of Mitsubishi Galant. The VRG Touring version, which sucks. Golly, man, this car's so slow compared to the Acura NSX. And look at us, we're still outrunning it, and it's drafting. And it even has more horsepower. It's just so daggum heavy in comparison. I have to say, this definitely corners better than the Nissan 180SX. Dang, Mitsubishi Mirage flying around that corner. What in the heck? Okay. I can't drive in this view. Drastic measures. I haven't lost the race yet. I don't want to lose one now. Toyota stalled it, my goodness. That's one car that I've never been a fan of. The styling's just weird on it. And it handles very roughly too in this game. Okay, the good thing is we're kind of drafting. Dang, Mirage. Mirage is rolling, man. Oh yeah. Got a little bit of a cushion there. Oh yeah. They will gain on me though. Cannot afford any mistake. Don't even have to hit the brakes on that corner. I was hoping you'd downshift, my goodness. Ooh. We got it. It's a Nissan Skyline, wow. Yeah, that's the Class C version. That's actually another really good car to start with. It will only tune up to like 330 horsepower, but it's pretty good. Yeah, we did pretty well with that. See, they had two of something on there. Yeah, they had two Mitsubishis. On Class C, there's just not enough different manufacturers that have Class C cars. So they end up having to use two of. It's really funny. Sometimes you'll get two Mazda Demios. Alrighty, so let's see what we unlocked. We did A, B, and C on difficult, so we should have something happened. So bonus items, aha, Autumn Ring is unlocked. So now we got to do Class A, B, and C with it. So we're gonna keep it on difficult, and you know what? Since this is a really curvy track, I'm gonna use this. This is not the, if I have the Corvette 67, even though this is a very curvy track, I probably still will have a very tough time winning. Might not even be able to win unless I cheat or something. Unless I run it off the road. But yeah, this is very difficult. This is probably the worst Class A car, besides the Aston Martin DB7 Coupe or the Chevrolet Camaro. This is probably one of the worst that. Oh golly, they gave it to me. No. Oh my. Now the Toyota Celica GT4 and the MR2 GTS probably also are worse than this, or about the same anyway. Speaking of which, I believe we have us a Celica. Right there, it's a red color, not very charming. Oh golly, look at that daggum Corvette already up at the top. Come on, RX-7, don't let it pass. I'm right. My win in this race depends on the RX-7 not letting the Corvette pass. Because if it passes, then I probably have no hope. This thing is so daggum slow, gosh. And its cornering's not the best either. Huh! I could run it off the road right here, but I'm gonna be nice. It ain't gonna matter. Oh, y'all, I will not be able to get away from it. It says its cornering is a 1 tick, but I actually disagree. It corners. I believe it corners better than this does. Well, we actually did it. Somehow win the first lap. Come on, Fair Lady Z. I really don't want to cheat on this Corvette. Dadgummit. Really? See, it does not have no 1 tick on cornering. It corners a lot better than that. Look at that. I can't even... Oh, it's gone now, man. It is gone. Oh, curse it. Okay. Can we do like we did on the last lap somehow? Okay, we got a little bit of a cushion. Okay. We might have this, y'all. Golly, it's gonna eat me up, though. Whew! Man, now that was a battle. I'm impressed that I actually won that without actually being brutal and running off the road and stuff. Celica got 4th. Good job, Celica. Whew. Man, that was an intense race. I'm very proud, though. I wanted to show this car off. And one thing about this car in simulation mode, it will tune up very nicely. It'll get like 660 horsepower. And actually it's a pretty good car. And, you know, I don't know how good it is with the racing modification. It's not very good, though, like in the Tune Car Championship. It doesn't corner very well. It's very, very high powered, but doesn't corner well. Kind of like the Supra, but not quite as good handling as the Supra is. But it might actually be pretty good with the racing modification, kind of like the Camaro is. The Camaro's not good, but then when you put the racing modification on, it's actually pretty good. But yeah, that was a pretty nice little race. Good job, Nissan Fair Lady. Why do I have to type my name in here? I guess I'll probably have to do it every time. Yeah, I will. That's right. I forgot. Okay, so now we'll do our Class B. And let's use the Honda Integra. And let's use manual shift. Probably really wouldn't matter on this. I usually use manual though for front wheel drive. Because a lot of times they want downshift, you know, and kind of really hurts the acceleration. Alright, looks like we're racing a Chaser S. An SVX. One thing about the Integra is it's probably one of the worst Class B cars. The little gauge says has really high handling, and it does have really good handling, but oh my goodness, the speed and the acceleration is just not good at all. It's actually a pretty good car though on simulation mode. You tune it all the way up to the max. Do I have the Soar? I think I do. Oh my golly. That's going to be just as hard as that Corvette 67 was to beat. Or is it a Sylvia? This kind of looks like a Sylvia. Yeah, that's a good tactic to use, Sky. Just get off the road. Somehow it's actually kind of working. I don't know why. But it is. Oh, it's a Sylvia. Okay, that's not near as hard to beat as... the Soarer would be. The Toyota Soarer would be. It actually almost is good enough to go into Class A. If it weren't for its handling, it definitely would fit in Class A. Now, why am I still driving in this view? Sucking that view. It's time to try to rub these suckers off. I see what I mean. If I didn't have a manual there, I probably would have just been stuck in third gear. Or fourth gear, I mean. I didn't really start accelerating until I went back down to third. Okay, golly, we're actually pulling away. What? Yeah, I love the little jumps in arcade mode. You don't really have those jumps in simulation. If you did, it'd make some of the tracks much harder. Especially with rear-wheel drive cars. Alright, we actually did very well. Golly, and I was talking bad about the Integra. Heck, we almost got as good of a time as we did with the Nissan Fairlady. That's kind of odd. We actually could have kept up with the Corvette 67, couldn't we? Oh, goodness. Yeah, that's pretty good. We had a nice little gap. Almost a full second. Alright. Then Class C, and then we'll see what happens. Yep, see, one more dot is all we need. Alright, so, you know what, let's pick this one right here. This is a really curvy track, and so, we probably can still, well, that's an odd little style, let's use that. So this is a curvy enough track that speed really won't be as important. And this is the slowest one. Slowest Class C car you can choose anyway. Now if they had the Mazda Demio, it would definitely be the slowest. This is by far faster than that. And this thing does have good cornering too. Oh, we're racing a Mazda Demio. Would you look at that? It's like our opposition's not really that good. Looks like we have a Toyota Corolla or Toyota Sprinter Trino and a Honda Civic sedan. Mitsubishi Mirage, which is another one I could have chosen from. It's probably one of the best Class C that you can choose in this mode. Golly, don't even need brakes, man. Sylvia Hughes. Yeah, that's definitely going to be my biggest competitor, probably. Has a good 50 more horsepower than this has. But this opposition they gave me wasn't that tough. They could have given me like the Toyota Celica SS2 or something. Oh gosh, let's just completely boss that corner. I heard it slow down there. It's kind of funny. Alright, let's switch into this mode. I'm doing a lot better. Come on, Mazda Miata. Unos Roadster. I've always liked this little car, even before I ever played Gran Turismo. It was really popular about the time that I was born, you know, and up till I was about 5 or so when it first came out. And I actually had some Tootsie Toy versions of it. And I always tried to have a big collection of those. I remember I had like a 57 Chevrolet and a 56 Ford T-Bird, and yeah, there's a lot of really cool ones. 1956 Ford pickup. Come on, Miata. We're doing very well. Golly, that Sylvia, man, it couldn't touch this thing, could it? Pretty good little lap. Not too much far behind the Integra. Yeah, corners very well. Almost a full second. Golly, the Civic was 2 seconds. Wow. And the poor Demio, look how far behind it was. That was a nice little race. Very nice. But y'all, let's see what we unlocked now. As you saw before, we could only go down to Chevrolet. So is there going to be anything beyond Chevrolet now? Well, you already know there is by the way I'm talking. I'm not all that seductive. Yep, look at that. We unlocked Toyota. So that is really, really cool. So in the next part, we'll be able to use Toyota, my friends, and we'll take on Trial Mountain and then whatever track we unlock after doing that. And hope to see you there. Sky Hurricane 89 signing out. Have a super awesome day. As always, my friends, stay awesome. Goodbye, y'all.